back side of that page. The best thing in the world you can do is practice, practice, practice. Okay, what we want to do here is we're going to do these together today so that you can use your calculators and ask me any questions that you may have. Tomorrow we are moving on to a new way to calculate systems. So if you don't understand this today, be sure to come see me after school or ask me some questions. Don't wait, because tomorrow's something a little different. Go ahead and scratch a line through, sketch the graph. We're going to do them on the calculator, so we're not going to need to hand draw a graph. We will find the solution if there is one, and we will check by the table. So leave those. All right, the first thing you have to do in order to use the calculator is to get these into y equals mx plus b form, which is what form? What's the name of the form? Slope-intercept. Good job. Okay, let's rearrange these. If we have x plus y equals 4, that's going to be y equals what? Minus x. Remember, you're bringing it over the equal sign. You change the sign. Plus 4. What is the number that's in front of that x that we're not showing?
-1.
-1. Okay.
Yeah, -1, guys.
All right.
Is it okay if we just put -1 or
That's fine. Negative x or -1x is fine. Okay, what about the next one? We have y equals, and then I need to get my 2x term over the equal sign, so it is minus 2x plus 6. Okay, you're now ready to use your calculator, so get it close.
I'll have
Yes. Okay.
Plus or minus?
Plus 6. It's already on that side of the equation. All right, so turn it on and get to y equals. Clear out what's there. So clear, clear. Now go ahead and put both of these in. Now, do you have to put minus 1x in the calculator? No, it understands that that 1 is there as well. Just pick it up and put it back together.
Can we just do x?
Yeah, minus x is fine. So y equals, and be sure you use that little negative sign.
So wait, can we just put x equals? Does it really matter?
Yes, it does matter.
Like, where's y at?
Y is in y equals.
Where's y equals?
Push the y equal button. Okay. All right. So you have minus x plus 4.
Okay, never mind.
And then enter your second one of minus 2x plus 6. Make sure it looks like that in the calculator. Now go ahead and graph it. Graph. And how many solutions are we going to end up with?
2. Or finish.
Hey, look back at your notes. If they intersect, you have one solution because they only touch in one place. Can you see that here? Can you see the point where they intersect? You can see the intersection, but it'd be kind of hard to tell me what that intersection equals, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's go calculate it. So you're going to hit second, trace, because calculate's on the same button. Second, trace, 5, 3 times. Enter, enter, enter. And that gives us the point. X2, so it's 2, comma 2, right? That's our 1 point. Our solution is 2, 2. That is where those 2 points cross. Oh, excuse me. That's the point where those 2 lines cross. Now, I want us to check by the table, because what happens in the table? Let's go see. Hit second, graph, which will take you to the table. Now look for, yes, you're looking for the point where the x and the y, excuse me, the y1 and the y2 are the same. Now it just happens that the x is also 2. It does not have to be all 3 of them the same. The x can be something different. But for it to be the solution, the y1 and the y2 have to be the same.
For some reason mine was like all the way down to like.
Okay? Was it like at 1,000 or something weird like that? Okay. You can either use the up-down button or the up-down arrows to get there, or there's another way. Sometimes we turn them on and they're at like 1,000. Well, you don't want to sit there with your finger on the up arrow for 10 minutes, so you go to second table set, which is window, and where do you want your table to start? I want mine to start at 1, so I just put 1, and then go ahead and say second table, and it'll start right where you told it to. You can tell it where to start. So go to second table set. Okay, you can enter all the way down till you're done. And then go to second table. And see, at this point, there was a note to me at the bottom that said hit plus, and you can change the table set at any point. Now, it's down here, it says delta. Remember that delta sign that I told you means change? If you want to change the table from starting at 1, I want to start at 1,000. Guess what? There it goes. Okay, now I want to change it again. Go back. I want it to be 1. Start at 1. Change table by, I don't know, 1. Second table. All right. Okay, so that is how we find the table. Now, what I want you to write down is the solution, which in this case is x equals 2. So go ahead and make you a little table like this. And then y1 was 2 and y2 was 2. Now, find you another couple of points on that table. I'm just going to pick 3 and 4 for x. And write down their numbers. That way I know you've been to the table. Okay? Okay, I'm going to do a couple of more with you, and then I'm going to turn you loose to finish this up. I'm going to skip all the way down to number 4. Number 4, when you see it equals 0, sometimes that kind of throws you. So I'm going to move this up, and we're going to work that one. Go ahead and rearrange number 4 into slope-intercept form, both equations, into y equals mx plus b. And watch out for negative signs. The first one would be minus y equals, and then I've got to move that x over, so I get minus x, and then there's a 0 that's already over there. Now, can I have a minus y? No, the calculator does not say minus y equals, it says positive y. So, in order to change that to a positive y, we would either multiply through or divide through by a negative 1. What in essence does that do? Changes all the signs. So just go ahead and change all the signs. So this is going to be y equals positive x, and then it could be, minus 0, whatever about that 0. Okay. Now, you can put it in the calculator like that. It's just fine. But if you're going to subtract 0, you can just leave that part off, right? Does this look familiar? What is y equals x? It's got a special name. That's the parent function. Simplest form of the linear equation, y equals x. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and rearrange this second one. We get minus 3y equals minus 5x plus 10. We can't have a minus 3. Okay, we're back. All right, so we have our minus 3y equals minus 5x plus 10. We're going to divide everything by negative 3. That's to cancel out that negative 3. So now we have y equals, all right, we have minus 5/3 x, minus 5 over minus 3. When those signs are the same, you can just change everything to positive. What about this next set? Those signs are different. What do you have to do? That leaves them a negative. Okay. All right, so that's how I got the second equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, let's let's enter both of those in. So we've got y equals x. And then the second one, we have y equals. Now, to enter a fraction into the calculator, use parentheses. Because that fraction is the number in front of the x. So you're going to open your parentheses. 5 divided by 3, close them up. Then put your x. And then subtract. And make sure you put your parentheses again. 10 divided by 3, close them up. All right, so that's our two equations.
Wait, what are we doing?
We're still on number 4.
I'm done with 4.
Okay. Here's what the graph looks like. That's the parent function. Then we have another equation coming through. How do we find that intersection? Second trace,
Go to 5.
5,
And then push enter 4 times.
3 times. Enter, enter, enter.
Go to 5, push enter.
Okay. So what is our solution for this one? X is 5, y is 5. So we got a double number. Now that does not mean that the x and the y have to be equal. When you go to your table, you get this point again where all three numbers are the same, but realize this one can be different. Okay, now go to your table and get 2 more points from that table. So you say second table, and you're going to find that 5, 5, 5 point, and then take, one above it, one below it. So 4, 4, and then 3.33. And then go down to 5 or 6, that's it below it. You get 6, 6, 6.67. But do you notice x and y1 are always the same number? That's that parent function. That's where y equals x, all the way up and down. Okay, I've worked a couple of them with you. Now I'm going to turn you loose to work on this for the rest of the period. You have about 20, 25 minutes maybe. You should be able to finish that up. Tomorrow we're going to move on to systems by substitution, so you need to feel confident in this whole procedure today. So let me know if you're having any problems, okay?